Well, hello guys, welcome to episode 7 of The Rock. I'm the Custard Prophet. So today we are playing in the Cup. We've got the Rock Cup, and actually we had 2 Cup games, one after the other, and originally I was going to play both of those in one episode, but we've got a fair few bits and pieces to get through in this episode. So actually we're going to play the Rock Cup episode today. As you can see, that's against the St. Joseph's, who are clearly fantastic. Actually, they were top of the league when we drew them. We did play them in pre-season, and we lost 1-0 against them. So, we've got a chance. They drew 2-2 against Europa Point in the previous round of the Rock Cup. So, yeah, it gives us a chance, but it's going to be difficult, particularly with our dearth of central midfielders. So, the second game, which will now be, in a separate episode, the next episode, is our semi-final of the Second Division Cup. So this is, yes, it is a double Cupload. No, it won't be a double Cupload day, actually. It's a double Cupload pair of episodes, shall we say. So, a couple of things. So let's have a look at the schedule. So we've just played Leo FC, and we were fairly comfortable. We beat them 3-0, goals from Cascarino, Sammy Davis Jr. and Death, and we had chances for a hell of a lot more. And what is really quite cool is that, first of all, notice Leo FC, they took a win. That's their first win of the season. They beat Europa Point, who are doing terribly. They're sort of dropping like a stone, and we do have to play them very, very soon. So that's good news. And Magpies, our mates Bruno's Magpies, well, they drew their last game, I think, against Olympique. So we're actually 8 points ahead with 5 games to go. So it is looking really, really good in the league. But let us look at the Cup. So the Rock Cup, we're playing St. Joseph's. They are, as I say, I think they're third now. Yeah, they're third now. They've lost a couple of games in recent times, or haven't won all the games in recent times. But if we were somehow to be able to win this cup, we get a qualification space in the Europa League, bizarrely, which would be amazing. So it gives us an extra reason to be going at this. We've also had our youth intake. Now, because we don't have under 18s, I didn't think we'd have youth intake, but we do. We've had a youth intake, and at the end of this episode, I'm going to go through the youth players and talk you through them. So a number of them have got reasonable potential. In fact, we've got a couple of the guys on the bench today. And what I've done, certainly in my previous save, the Burton save, or we have got you guys to give me your name and or some sort of hilarious name, and we will call, if you put your name down in the comments, we will name one of the youth players after you. It's kind of a first come first serve basis. So if you like what you see of one of the youth players, and that'll be at the end of the episode when we go through them all, if you like one of them, put it down in the comments and I will name that player after you, or some hilarious name of your choice. So, all your decision. As long as it's not so rude I get the channel banned. But we will see. So that's up to you guys. If you want to do that, stick a note down in the comments. So today we are going to go out with this team. So we got Sean Death up top, we got Technica, Monorail and Sammy Davis Jr., Cascarino and Munez in the middle, and we have Danino in there in central midfield because Becara is injured, so he's sitting next to the chairman, and Rogers and Fraser on either side, with Shaloff in goal. Right then, guys, let us see. I think we've covered everything. I think we have, but we will see, and then we'll come back and we'll go through these youth players. Let's have a look at these 2 guys first, because these 2 have made it this far. So Ian Hannigan is one of the youth players. He's got a 4 potential 5-star ability. Apparently only a 1 grayed out star at the minute. But look at the guy. There's a lot of 1s. I admit there are lots of 1s. But he has finishing of 12, dribbling of 8, first touch of 7. And he is only 15 years old. He's got a fair bit of aggression in him, fair bit of determination. So that, combine those two things in a 15-year-old, he might end up in jail, but we'll see. He's got decent off the ball as well, which looks good, and his decision making is not utterly crap. He's not the slowest in the world either. Well, acceleration, he can run, he can get up to his top speed quite quickly, but his top speed is not great. He is coming on the bench. He's not far off what our best player was, Myhill, the guy who's been put on the bench before, our other striker. Not far off in terms of ability, but this guy will improve, and you can already see, even with our crap training facilities, these things are starting to move up. I mean, he is now the heading ability of a tortoise rather than a mouse. So we will see what he does. The other guy, Scotty Fowler, so again, he doesn't look too bad. Heading of 7, marking of 9, tackling of 11. There's a lot worse in this division, and a lot of these other technical attributes, and in many of the other players we've got, they're 1, but he's got a lot of things above 1, which is great to see. He's got an incredibly good level of teamwork, great work rate. These are really good things for him to have, and a reasonable amount of jumping reach to go with his heading. So, all in all, that's pretty good. And 6'4", big lump of a bloke, although I am more of a lump than he is, but he's probably muscle. Mine, it's not so much. So yeah, those two look pretty good. They look pretty good, but we've got a bunch of other guys, and if any of those guys look good to you, pop it down in the comments which of those guys you'd want to be renamed, put the name that you'd like them to be called, and that's what they'll be. Okay, let's get into the game. Can we beat St. Joseph's, which sounds a little bit like a church? So hopefully it's not the sort of the over 80s priests 5-a-side tournament of Craggy Island versus Rugged Island. All of you Father Ted fans. What I don't have in my possession is a remote control wheelchair and a pair of joke arms. If I did, I think I would definitely win this. If you'd seen that episode, you'd definitely understand that. Go away and watch it. Let's see what we can do, guys. That guy is very ginger. Look at the referee's hair. He's the most ginger man in the world. Planets burn with that amount of gingerness. Right, come on, guys. Let us, in the last game against the amazing Boca Juniors team, pride of South America, we were able to. Oh crap! We scored. We didn't score, but we had more shots than they did. We outplayed them. Did a lot of things. So let's try and do the same here. Oh, look at this! Is it death? Oh, what is wrong with the man? What is wrong with the man? Apart from the fact that his father is the devil, what is wrong with him? Panzervecchia. Ugh. How can you not score in that situation? I think he needs counselling. Does anyone in the comments, if you do free counselling and you're happy to take Sean Death on, let me know, because I think he needs something. He is struggling hugely with his confidence, and we know he's got the ability. Well, Daniello, it's Death. He's got the ball again. Yeah, maybe pass it to someone else. Maybe that's what you do, mate. Oh, good gad. It's Panzervecchia. He's running away. Oh, look at that. Daniello. Oh, no, it's Danone, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I was calling him. Oh, Danone. Nice play from Monorail. Monorail's got a shot of him. He can score a goal. Sammy Davis Jr., he's playing it in. It's Technica. Technica doesn't miss, my friends. Technica does not miss. Well, we are 1-0 up against St. Joseph's. How we're doing any of this, I have no idea. But We are. Apparently, we are only attacking down the left side. Sammy Davis Jr. hasn't even seen the ball. He's still sitting in the changing room wondering where everyone is. Should have gone to Specsavers maybe. So it's a fairly good start for us. I can't believe this is how it's going to finish. This is the first time in our short history we're actually being done by a team in terms of shots and stuff. Every single game we've been the ones in charge. But Cats like Felix in goal. It's a long name for him though. Right, Danone back. Oh no! That's awful. That is awful. It's the Gibraltian second division is what that is, my friends. That is what you get. Oh, good God. And Felix will get an assist for that, for Christ's sake. Oh, Danone. Oh, he plays it back. Shalaf's not even looking at the ball. Oh, he's sort of looking at his mum in the crowd. Oh, look here, look. I'm playing in the quarterfinals of the Rock Cup, Mum. Right, Technica with the corner. Right, what's going to happen now? It's Cascarino, Tony Cascarino, just over the top. Oh, man with a pedigree. I don't know. It is so random, this league. You cannot predict what is going to happen. You really cannot. So it's 1-1. We could go all the way. They could score 20 goals, and not have a shot on target. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. But that pass back was something special. Okay, well, we've reached half time. We're 1-0 up, of course. We're ignoring their goal because it wasn't a goal, it was just chaos. You know that scene in Jurassic Park where Jeff Goldblum explains chaos theory? That's actually what he meant. That pass back. Sometimes Shalaf is looking at where the ball's going. Sometimes he isn't. Well, Cauldron, he just puts it wide. So who have we got on the bench? We've got Lombard and Lobaton, both of whom, not great. I would love Death to get a goal because he's had the bloody chances. He's kind of turned himself into from a miraculous figure into a ridiculous figure in a very short amount of time. I mean, how do you do that? Technica over the top. Unfortunate. Technica, he is someone who you feel can do something. Monorel and Technica and Sammy Davis Jr. do have good shots on them, but do we bring on Alison Hannigan? Do we? I don't know. I don't think she'd do any good. I really don't. But what do we do? We've got no one in the centre of midfield. Defensively, we've got nobody. Technica. Right, no, we are going to make a change. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on a Lobarton here in the in for Monorel. In fact, I'm not going to play him as a shadow striker. Play him actually, that's what he's best at. So we'll leave him there. I'm going to play him as a shadow striker. That's what I thought about first of all. Lobarton hasn't really done well. Panzervecchia's off. Great. Well, I got a Maori in defence. That's a bit scary. Elijah Wood there. Yeah. Right. Well, it's not bad. It's not bad, guys. It's 1-1. We've certainly not played badly. Can we do it? Can we sneak past this St Joseph's side? Again, St Joseph's in brackets Gibraltar. I'm not sure, unless you guys can think of somewhere of another side which is St Joseph's that is not in Gibraltar. Think hard and come back to me on that. Right, show some passion. Yes, piss them off. Yeah. Right, yeah. Show some passion, boys. Scotty Fowler. I wonder whether we bring on Draper Not because he's any good, but just because he can run around a bit. Cauldron. Over the top. Oh, he forgot to put the frog's eyes and Newt's tail in there, I think. Right, and come on, guys. I told you it might go on for a fair amount. I mean, this might be a 30-minute episode in itself. It's just non-stop. Half time and extra time. I do not want to go to another penalty. Right, come on, guys. Get creative. I can't bring off Death, really, because Harrison cannot take a penalty. Death is our penalty taker. And he's probably going to miss it, but, you know, that's what his job is. Maori, over the top, that. Juan Fry. It's in. Right. We're going to have to do something. We're going to bring off Technica, which is probably a bad move. Sean Death's up top. We're going to bring on Alison Hannigan, Witchfinder General, and see if together Death and Alison Hannigan can come together to score a goal. Well, Sammy Davis Jr. with, look at that, wow, the man is yeah, we'll change that. It is literally, it's like watching Messi and Ronaldo's sort of imperfect love child. Sometimes I wonder what I'm going on about, but Maori's out. Sammy Davis Jr. It's in, it's Death. You see, when Death does not have chance to think, that's when he does his best work. You know, there are no morals surrounding Death at all. It's just wham bam in your mam. We bought on. I mean, Maori is injured. We gone to penalties, guys. Actually, it's what's probably the funniest, most ironic thing of all of this. Alison Hannigan is our best penalty taker according to that list, which is a worrying thing. Matty Draper, likewise. And what do you do, Fran? We'll bring on Daniela. Right, here we go, guys. We've gone to penalties. This is just too much too soon. I'm sorry about everything. Right, Death. Is Death going to be clinical or subclinical? He is clinical. Nice job, Death. Can I, shout something at them? Yeah, I'll do that. Stress them out. Juan Fry. Nice penalty that was. I feel they would be a better set of players than us. Alison Hannigan, his first major thing to do. Wow. That could be you. That could be you guys. Get your comments down below. And Alison Hannigan already has a major part in the history of Hound Dogs. I missed that completely. Cauldron scores. Draper, who's one of the better penalty takers, but one of the worst players we've got. So it averages out to someone who's crap. It's 3-2. I mean, it's not terrible so far. Pecky, or Pesci, or Pecky. Well, there was always going to be one, wasn't there? Sammy Davis Jr. I would think he'd be okay. He'd be the one I trust. And he scores an absolute ramrod of a penalty. A ramrod, I'll have you know. Right, so it's got down to the nitty-gritty stuff. We've scored 4 penalties. They have scored 2. And they're bringing their injured Maori up. He's going to do the hacker, put off our goalkeeper, but Shalaf will not be put off. He will not be put off. The Maori steps up. Left-footed. Oh, look at that. In Shalaf's face. And he doesn't care because he has no face. Wow. Well, guys, we've got through to the semi-finals of the Rock Cup. That is amazing. We shouldn't be there. We played well, but yeah, we shouldn't be there. Alison Hannigan's come on and he's done the business. He has done the bit. Oh, sorry, she's done the business. Everyone likes a bit of Alison Hannigan, don't they? And we're through. We are through into the semi-finals. I think the semi-final draw has already been made. Semi-final. Yeah, semi-final's already been done. So we're playing either Gibraltar United or Gibraltar Phoenix. You'd think they could come up with better names than that. But, Hound Dogs, who have an amazing name, yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that. And it's all down to Sean Death. Well done, my friend. Well done. Okay, guys. Well, we've done all right there. Let us go through. We're going to go. Well, I'm going to come back in a second, and we're going to go through the young bucks that we've got through in our youth academy. Okay. See you in a second. Right, okay, guys. So we've also already looked at Fowler and Hannigan, but let's have a look at the rest of the guys. We'll do this relatively quickly because we don't want to be doing this forever. So, starting off with Terry Pugh, goalkeeper. 2.5 star potential, potentially 3.5 star potential. He's got good reflexing, good aerial release, aerial reach. And again, a fairly aggressive guys, but makes good decisions. Anticipation and one-on-ones a bit dodgy. Doesn't look the worst player in the world, really, for a goalkeeper at this level. Certainly one at 15 years old. The badge. Yeah, we've got the badge on. I've got the badge. 3-star, maybe 4-star player. Finishing and first touch are okay. The rest of the stuff isn't great. He can dribble and he can take corners, not bad, but he's a brave player with flair, decent work rate, decent determination. So, decent mentals. His physicals aren't bad either, and he's a decent enough player. Could do with work on his technicals. We've seen Alison Hannigan. You've seen he's a decent player. Mark Burgess, left midfielder. Physicals are okay. Not the strongest player in the world. As a left midfielder, oh dear. I mean, he's okay. He's not fantastic, and his potential of 2, maybe 3 stars kind of reflects that. Andy Tinkler, on the face of it, you wouldn't rate him hugely. He's a defensive midfielder who he can't mark, but he can tackle vaguely well. Passing isn't bad either. Maybe you could train him up as something a little bit more creative than a defensive midfielder. He's got okay decisions. His concentration is not absolutely terrible, but he's determined. Good leadership, which is a nice trait to have. And very good natural fitness if you can bulk these things up with. So he's not the slowest guy in the world either. 2, maybe 3-star potential. Will Naylor, 16-year-old here, striker. He's certainly worse than some of the other guys we've seen. Again, finishing is okay, first touch is okay, heading is okay. They've got him as a target man here, a poacher here, but no, I don't know about that. There's not a huge amount in there to make me, bend over backwards to sign this guy up. 2, maybe 3 stars. James Megson, son of Gary. 3, maybe 4 stars. He is a left back, but his technicals are fairly poor, really, all the way across. He doesn't have any standout technicals. He's got some decent physicals and some decent mentals, but none of them are really in the right place apart from his teamwork. Matthew Coling. Wow. So he is a right winger. He's got an okay cross on him, but his technicals are really not very good. He's got a few okay mentals in his determination and flair, and his physical attributes are pretty good apart from his strength. Looks like a weedy little dude. 2, maybe 3 stars. Adrian Green, right midfielder. Again, very, very similar. I mean, he's okay in his technicals, okay in his mentals, and he's pretty good actually in his physicals for this level. Interestingly, it's a 3-star player. I guess it's because he's okay across the board, not fantastic. Patrick Gracia, a bit of a yeah. I mean, he can't cry. You couldn't really play him as someone who's going to run up and down the wing and get the crosses. And his potential ability is is tool-like, but he has fantastic mentals there. Look at those decisions and determination, teamwork and work rate. I'm sure you could do something with this. I'm sure we could make something happen out of this. His technicals are what lets him down, but he can mark and he can tackle, so maybe a more defensive minded left back is what you want to play him as. Paul Hughes, he's probably the worst we've seen in terms of potential ability. Centre back who can't head, mark, but he can just about tackle. Enough said, I think. Fowler we've seen on, so we've got a right back here. Again looks fairly terrible in terms of a forward. You'd kind of, his marking's no good. Yeah, he's got some okay mentals, good work rate, good leadership, good determination, and his physicals aren't terrible either, but I'm not quite sure how he gets his 3-star rating. Andy Walsh, he is who knows what he is, because he doesn't seem to want to play. Apparently he likes being a right winger, so he's decent physically, but not much else going on. Chrissy Ryan, defensive midfielder, wow, okay mentally, but his marking and tackling are really not good enough to make me think that he can do a job there. And finally, young Jack Rogers. Wow, look at those ones. Yeah. Anyone want to be Jack Rogers? Yeah, I thought not. He can jump. He's a left winger who can jump quite high. Can't head the ball. He's got a jumping reach of 12, but his heading ability is 1. Go figure that one out. Right, guys. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it's not too long. And those guys who stayed to the end, pick your guy, give them a name, and I will, as soon as I see that, which I may be a few episodes on, but as soon as I see that, I will change the name of the guy you choose. Okay, but until next time, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, leave a comment down below, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much. Goodbye.